So here's the tea, fam. Administration says that Anthropic failed to honor a recent cyber executive order. Anthropic screwed us after we gave them a chance. They claim that Anthropic knew a jailbreak could happen and distributed Fable anyway.
This new era is so disorienting where they basically are like, I don't know, this could be the one. The Chinese get their hands on this? Good luck. And I'm like, all right.
They told the thing, review the code for security issues. And Fable said, no, I'm not going to do that. That's against the rules. I'm not going to do that. So then instead of saying review the code for security issues, they then just said, fix this code. And it went, okay. Well, now that you put it like that.
Companies, NVIDIA, Adobe, Zoom, whoever being like, you're putting our entire infrastructure at risk.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's been a week.
Yeah,
you didn't have this tech a week ago.
There's a lot of, if you're wondering what are the capabilities of Fable, I think someone asked it to create like a Hogwarts entire open.
Did you see the guy who was basically putting out a call to people saying,
let's create Grand Theft Auto?
Grand Theft Auto 6 before Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. He put out the most brutal, it's like a literal ball to signify the character and like blank.
Check it out, guys.
Basically a blank world.
Yeah.
And he's like, I know I haven't gotten very far, but if we all put our minds together, it's like, buddy, I don't think you're going to accomplish anything.
And it's like, wow, the ball's bouncing, going around. Like, cool, dude. Hey, everybody. Whoa, welcome back. Oh, my God. What an episode we've got for you today. We're talking about all about the dang.
We got a quick war update. Quick war update. We'll see what happens there.
We got war update.
We got SpaceX update.
Big SpaceX update.
We minted our first trillionaire, and we're happy about it.
Yeah, we're so happy about it. And also, it could theoretically break the stock market or change it irreparably forever.
I'm happy about it.
I'll tell you about that. And then we've got Anthropic versus the United States government. The government and Anthropic are in the middle of a bit of a cat fight.
Who you got? Dario Amodei?
I got Dario.
Or Donald Trump Sr.?
He's younger.
He's younger, but he's very he's got kind of a tepid vibe.
Dario?
Every time I see him in an interview, he's like, well, I guess.
He looks like one of those free condoms.
Free condoms?
Yeah, just like a free European condom. Think about it. Anyway, we got that. We're going to be talking about that because it's fascinating stuff. And it basically boils down to they're like a married couple that's on the rocks. They need to be communicating.
But ultimately, they need each other.
They do need each other. In the bonus, we got the Q&A, benandemilshow.com. We got the comment of the week coming.
There's some good questions. There's one question I'm especially excited about.
There you have it, folks. And we've got a jam effing packed bonus episode. There's a lot to get to today. Before we do that, we have to tell you that the Chase Sapphire preferred card, that's the one that's only $95, $99.
That's like my daily driver. I've been using it. I love that thing.
You do be loving that thing.
I've been using it for over a decade, and it's like you said, $95. A lot of these things are like $800 a year, and it makes it so hard to justify. This one has so much stuff, and the best part is they don't often do this. Right now, it's 100,000 points sign up bonus.
Normally it's like
massive.
75.
Normally it's like 60.
Or
75 is a good one. If it was at 75, I'd be like, oh, you should do it. 100 is great. And they also added a bunch of shit. Like, now you're getting, because it used to be you're getting like 3x on travel. That was the big thing. And 3x on dining.
Yeah.
Which is also a big thing. If you go out to eat a lot, get this card. Sure. 3x. But now it's like 3x on gas. They've also recategorized a lot of things, like Airbnbs and Verbos are now counted as travel, so it's 3x on that.
Oh my God.
I think they give you Apple TV for a year.
Wow. I mean, that right there pays for the damn thing. They also
added they'll cover your global entry or TSA pre-check stuff. I mean,
so go to the creditcardlist.com. There's that one. There's also some temporary limited time offers on some Delta Sky Miles cards that are really good. I encourage you to check those out.
Oh, the Delta Sky Miles.
Brother, good way to rack some up.
The Delta Sky Miles Amex is great. And I'm only salty because Amex locks me out of the bonuses because apparently I've gotten too many platinums, golds, and whatevers, and now I can't get the dang. I want that Delta bonus so bad.
Just to put it into perspective, so one of the cards I believe is 100,000 miles bonus. Also, I just booked a one-way business class flight from LA to Lisbon, Portugal. And you could have chosen between that or Amsterdam or Madrid or Paris, you name it, 115,000 points. So it's like a $4,000 ticket I'm getting for like $50, something like that. It's incredible. Also,
Amex, reach out. I want the bonus.
Yeah.
I feel like you're really causing me a lot of trouble.
If you missed last week's episode, it is an all-timer. We talk about
extremely fun.
We talk about horny guys and them paying for sex from. They gotta be. I guess the women have to be a little horny.
I'm sure.
Yeah, gotta be a little horny.
I mean, if you're making a full-blown career change from the finance world to the high-class escorting world,
I would be an escort.
You at least have to be able to conjure some kind of horny vibe.
I've thought about that when I was younger and struggling. I was like, I would be open to getting paid to like.
Where's this going?
Not do anything overtly sexual, but I would like sit in my underwear and just stand there while a guy does whatever he wants. Just don't touch me and pay me. I don't care. I was like, what am I going to do with my life?
It's a very specific.
I need some money now.
It's a very specific rule you have.
I guess
I'd be so pissed.
Yeah.
You're like, don't touch me. You can look at me in my underwear.
Yeah, jerk off over there.
Don't even bother asking me to take my underwear off.
Yeah. What an intro we've got for you guys today. Anyway, so that war? You remember the war?
I barely remember it. It was supposed to be a 2-week, what do they call it? Incursion?
Extravaganza.
It turned into a 4-week
extravaganza.
Yeah. What are we even at now? A months-long
party.
I will say this only feels more real to me because, and if you don't know, we're talking about they've announced a major, at least ceasefire that should lead to the end of the war. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif of Pakistan, that Pakistan's been doing a lot of the negotiations for Iran and the U.S. They announced on Monday, both sides have declared the immediate and permanent termination of military operations on all fronts, including in Lebanon. They haven't released the text, and so this is basically just an extension for 60 days, an extension of the ceasefire that was already in place.
Extension cord.
So they can figure out the proper end to the war.
I like
with
this
the agreement.
It's apparently they're opening Hormuz. Oil has dropped to $82 a barrel.
I think it dipped below 80 today.
Wow. Does that mean your flights and gas are going to get cheaper? Nope. That takes time.
I will say gas is...
Oil goes up like a rocket and then prices drop like a feather.
I saw gas at $5.39, which is still bad.
Yeah, it takes time.
But it was better than the $6.39.
It is better.
But I will say, so the only thing different that feels different to me is how serious everyone seems to be taking it. But I'm like, we've been in... How many times has Donald Trump said a deal's imminent? They say they're meeting in Geneva on Friday to sign this thing and get it going.
That's right. First, they did digital signatures, which is very funny.
They DocuSign this.
I'm like, did they use DocuSign?
Insane.
Like,
did they DocuSign this freaking ceasefire?
Did they get? Yeah, truly. And like, did they give Donald Trump a tablet? Did he use his finger? Did he use a Wacom? Did he use a mouse?
But for me,
that's wild, man.
So they haven't released the full text of this thing.
No.
You're going off just like all kinds of reporting pieced together from different sources. What it all hinges on is this 14-point plan. We haven't seen it.
That's 7 times 2.
If the reporting is in any way accurate, there's either not going to be a deal or this is like the most embarrassing foreign policy event in decades. I don't like.
It says we have 60 days to negotiate the final details of nuclear stuff.
But the things they're asking for, obviously, an immediate ceasefire on all fronts. Okay,
this is when you say they, you're saying Iran.
I mean, but the things that are supposed to be in the 14-point plan.
Got it.
An agreement to for an end to the war.
14 points.
Immediate ceasefire on all fronts. That one makes sense.
Ceasefire.
That doesn't seem like it should be too hard. U.S. non-interference. A commitment from the U.S. to not interfere in Iran's internal affairs. That one seems much harder to guarantee. And
also, how do you qualify interference?
Sure, and the U.S. loves to interfere. I mean, that's our whole shit.
This We're like one, a bad NBA ref.
U.S. troop withdrawal of U.S. forces from areas near Iran. I'm like,
okay, what areas?
Well, I mean, if you're talking about the Gulf states, I would be shocked if Trump is gonna agree with that.
Yeah.
Reopening the Strait of Hormuz, obviously, lifting U.S. naval blockade, and then sanctions, releasing the sanctions on Iran.
What did I see about $300 billion?
I'm getting to it. Why don't you just slow down?
Jeez, sorry.
Release of the $24 billion in frozen assets. Assets. And then number 7 is just basically lays out the 60-day negotiating window. No, the nuclear weapons, that whole thing is like that's like what the 60 days is going to be used for.
Yeah.
And it's also so funny hearing Trump calling it nuclear dust. What are we going to do with all this nuclear dust? And then what you're talking about, the reconstruction plan. I honestly had it wrong. I was talking to someone and they were like, well, I mean, who knows? At least there's an end. And I'm like, yeah, what an embarrassment, though. 300 million. And they were like, no. 300 billion.
Yeah,
and I was like, $300 billion?
300 million. What are we going to sign their top soccer player?
I just can't. These numbers are.
Yeah. It's embarrassing. It's like, hey, we won the war, but also here, take all of our money.
I mean, embarrassing does it when taken in the context of like the goal that they are trying to achieve of opening the Strait of Hormuz is like that doesn't even count when this was open before the war. So basically, all you've done is disrupt global trade, and now you're giving away $300 billion.
Sounds like a win to me, you fucking lame lib, you stupid fool.
Have you heard JD Vance? Like
he says, 0 taxpayer dollars are going to go to them. We'll see about that.
And JD Vance talks about how they're already trying to sell this. They're like, Donald Trump has created what no other president has been able to create, which is like a dynamic Middle East that is ready for trade on the global stage. And it's like, sure, that might play with, MAGA people. They might buy that and tell people that. But this is just, and you know what? I shouldn't even say this because what I would like most is for this war to be over. And so we can all talk about how moronic he is right now. And so maybe just for now, we should say, nice job, Trump. You really, only you could have gotten us out of this mess.
I'd like to personally wish Donald Trump a very happy birthday. Happy birthday, sir.
We'll definitely we will definitely talk about the UFC,
Mr. President. Oh god,
the UFC fight in the in the bonus. But seriously, happy birthday! 300 billion is an absolute steal.
Yeah,
it would have taken Obama 300 trillion.
Yeah. Yeah, you're exactly right.
So thanks for getting us out of this mess.
I'm imagining Donald Trump here, and he's doing that. He's doing that face that he makes when he's getting complimented. He just kind of looks down and he kind of takes it almost like he's getting yelled at. He's like, "Thank you."
Extremely pleased with himself, though. Still,
thank you. Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I want an end to this, but we will certainly see. I find these terms hard to imagine Trump being cool with.
Yeah, and Trump says that there's going to be no tolls in the Strait of Hormuz. Iran says that there's going to be tolls.
No, but I think that's the thing. It's going to be all like the way they're going to sell it, right? It's not Iran's not going to say it's tolls. They're going to say it's some kind of eco charge to go to keeping the Strait of Hormuz clean and ready for business, or they're not going to call it a toll.
Damn, I want to go check out that strait. I want to see what it's all about. I want to just want to check it out. That'd be
just
cool.
Want to see what it's all about.
It's probably so hot. You seen how inhospitable India is right now? Speaking of just hotness.
You're really developing
a what?
I feel like there's multiple. There was just an episode where you were like, I don't want to go to India. I'm not going.
Yeah.
It's
I
too
don't.
Hot.
It's so hot there.
We won't force you to go to India.
God, man. I feel so bad for those poor people. Anyway, Fable, huh? So Fable, not Aesop's. I know you're thinking Aesop. Not the soap, but the Fable writer. The guy who wrote Fables.
Yeah.
3 pigs,
Is he Three Pigs?
I don't know what the fuck that
I think
asshole wrote.
His most famous one is probably, isn't he Boy Who Cried Wolf?
Oh, yeah, sure.
He might even be Tortoise in the Hare.
Wow. Boy, this guy was just
I mean,
releasing banger after banger.
You know,
I got a great, man, this is a great idea for a Fable.
It must have been
one.
so nice being an early human.
Fable
just
writer?
being like, man, I got thoughts. I
Yeah.
got to get them out.
What if a fucking rabbit erased a turtle?
Everyone talks about the creative bankruptcy in Hollywood. It's like,
Yeah.
well, everything's been done, okay?
Yeah. What do you want us to do? Reinvent the tortoise and the hare? First of all, we don't call them hares anymore. We call them rabbits or bunnies. Stupid.
Isn't a hare just a different thing?
Man, I don't know. What do I look like? Aesop?
The tortoise and the hare, yeah. You know the difference between a tortoise and a turtle?
Is this? I don't know. Tortoises are in the ocean?
No, you got it completely wrong. Turtles
Are in the ocean?
are in the water, and
I saw a big
Tortoises are
turtle. I
land-dwelling.
went surfing last week, and a giant sea turtle rose up out of the water, and a big old fat neck and head, and it looked at me. You got any 6-pack rings I can get my head stuck in?
my
Young
wife's
man?
driving me nuts.
Hey, everybody, we got to take our first quick break to talk about your wallet. What's going on with that thing? It's clunky. It's gross.
Why are you sitting funny?
Not sexy.
Can you not sit on your butt right because your
Yeah.
wallet's so crazy?
But right.
Butt right?
That's why we're talking to you about Ridge, man. Ridge wallets. Unique, slim, modern designs. They hold up to 12 cards plus cash. They've got these new colorways. They've got a 90s capsule collection. You got Hot Rod, Lone Wolf, and Thunderbird.
They really understand the modern wallet. I
They
mean,
really do.
It's the leather bifold is all out of whack. I got my Ridge, and the thing is just jam full of all my cards, everything I need.
Yeah,
Right in a little
everything in there. And not only Ridge doesn't just make wallets. By the way, this is a great gift for dad. If you're looking for something for Father's Day, it's the last wallet you or your dad will ever have to buy. It's got over 100,000 5-star reviews. They have RFID blocking technology to keep you safe from digital
That's my
pickpockets.
favorite thing because I hate digital pickpockets.
Oh man, I hate them more.
Not as much as me. I hate digital pickpockets.
And you know what you got to get, folks? That power bank. This power bank is the coolest little guy. I use this little gizmo all the time at home. Anyway, Ridge isn't just about wallets. They do create premium everyday carry essentials like power banks, key cases, suitcases, and rings, all built with the same sleek, durable design. For a limited time, Ridge is running their huge Father's Day sale where you can get up to 40% off their best gear. Just head to ridge.com/bays and don't miss out on one of their biggest discounts all year. That's ridge.com/BAES for up to 40% off. After you purchase, they'll ask where you heard about them, so please support our show and tell them we sent you. Anyway, so Anthropic has this new model. Well, first they had Mythos, or Mythos, depending on how you want to pronounce it. And then they had Fable. Fable, I believe, is like launched on the back of Mythos.
It's like a
little
Mythos with
confusing.
guardrails. We talked about it a little bit. Mythos came out and not came out. Sorry. They like developed it. And then all of a sudden there was this news story where everyone was going, oh my God, they went and did it. They created such a powerful model that if they released it to the public, everything would go sideways and we'd lose our minds.
Powerful model. We
like,
already had one. Her name was Christy Turlington.
and they were like, we're only going to give it to a couple select
Celebs.
companies so they can prepare themselves for what is coming when Mythos gets released. And then they dropped Fable, which they were like, this one's got guardrails, which and it did. If you tried to play around with it, and if you asked it even anything that could start leading down the road of like how to make a bomb or I don't know, anything that could be dangerous, they'd be like, whoa, stop right there, partner. You're looking for Mythos.
Yeah.
That's my crazy cousin. I'm Fable.
Think of
We
Fable
can
as
basically code really hard.
Yeah.
Or that's the thing. I used it one time just out of curiosity because it comes out and it's like Fable's now available.
Mhm.
And I basically use Claude as like a search engine sometimes when I can't find. And so I was
I get pissed off when it's like searching the internet. I'm like, buddy, I could do that.
I honestly, I found it's a better search engine now.
Sure.
Google is so bad now.
I need to like hire an AI tutor because when I used it last year to analyze a simple spreadsheet, I wasn't even sure if I could trust the final results because multiple times it was like, I'm kind of stuck. Can you kick me? And it was like, you have to
Really?
remind it. Yeah, I had to do the and I was paying for the top tier thing. I had to press, nudge or whatever. And it was like, okay, thank you. And it kept on going. And then the final
Nudge.
product.
I've never even seen the nudge button on mine.
I know. I know. So yeah.
What model were you using?
I don't know. Fucking.
Was it Claude?
It was Claude. It was like Opus 4.8 Sonnet William Shakespeare.
I like that
Galaxy version. I don't know.
That's like what we've been talking about, where we were like, you need to just create the button for people to push.
Yeah, the loop button.
I like the nudge.
Oh yeah.
Nah, man, we got to make sure you didn't just tell me to do something and fuck off.
That's the thing is I can't trust, and it had however many 400 rows that it had to sift through that I wasn't about to do myself, and I could not trust if it was correct. Anyway, like he said, they launched it on June 9th. They had these protections built in, where if you asked it anything related to itself, it would or its training, it would automatically lock you out of it and knock you down. I don't think to Mythos. I think to Opus. Luke, is that correct?
Mythos isn't available. Yeah, it won't knock you to Mythos. It'll just say, it'll go somewhere else. It's like you can't do that. It would knock you down
to Opus. Yeah. And then, so on Friday, the Commerce Department sent Anthropic a letter invoking this export control directive.
Did you say the Congress Department?
No, the Commerce Department.
Oh, Commerce. Okay.
Commerce Department. Shit, did I say Congress?
No.
Man, get the ears checked. Invoking an export control directive that bans non-Americans, which includes Anthropic employees, from accessing Fable and Mythos 5, citing national security. So that puts them in a incredibly tough. They were like, okay, well, if we can't allow non-American citizens to access this, that could be anybody that's currently in the United States, including and especially some of our own employees. So they shut it down immediately.
If you open Claude right now, well, maybe by the time you're listening,
it might explode.
No, but even if you're not even using it, it'll say Fable is not available right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, brother, I don't want the fucking thing.
So here's the tea, fam. The drama, whatever the hell you idiots are saying these days. Here's the tea drama. Apparently there were some security researchers at Amazon who decided to test out these guardrails, and they were able to bypass them. And I'll get to what exactly they did later.
Didn't Jassy himself call?
Andy Jassy, the CEO of
the
Amazon.
Jazzman?
The
Jazz hands?
Yeah. All you jazz heads must be very proud. He called Trump himself and he said, yo, it's jazz. You got to shut this thing down. If the Chinese could get a hold of this, and then it would be bad. And Donald Trump was like, okay, I'll do it.
I'll shut it down.
I shut it down. And then Axios put out this thing. According to them, the administration says that Anthropic failed to honor a recent cyber executive order that a government representative said Anthropic screwed us after we gave them a chance. Anthropic has been, everybody was telling us, oh, give Anthropic a chance. You don't understand. They're just tortured geniuses. And now this guy's saying, well, shit, we already tried. They're pulling the rug out from under us. They're making us look like damn fools. They claim that Anthropic knew a jailbreak could happen and distributed Fable anyway.
Apparently, it's a very
specific thing.
Narrow exception. It's
I can explain it right now. So, yeah. First of all, Anthropic says that they had explicit approval from the government to deploy Fable. And that alone, just as a quick aside, is mind-blowing to me that it speaks to, how potentially dangerous these things are, that these companies have to reach out to the government and say, yo, we're about to release this thing. Is it okay with you? You sure about this? You okay with this?
Oh, I mean, the whole time I was lamenting the fact that, I don't know, new tech used to excite me. This new era is so disorienting, where they basically are like, I don't know, this could be the one. The Chinese get their hands on this. Good luck. And I'm like, all right.
So basically, these researchers gave Fable code with some known vulnerabilities. They were trying to trick it. They knew that it had these flaws in it, and they asked it to, quote, they told the thing, review the code for security issues. And Fable said, no, I'm not going to do that. That's against the rules. I'm not going to do that. Picture a little nerd being brought into your math class, and you've been slacking off, and you're like, hey, nerd, do the homework. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do it.
Or it's like Will Hunting.
From Good Will Hunting?
Yeah.
You're saying, hey, do the thing, and he's going, nah, I'm not going to do that.
That's basically the whole movie. They're like, hey, you're the only one who can crack these things. Can you do it? He's like, why would I do it?
Yeah.
That's the entire movie.
Very good.
He's like, yeah, I could. Or I could just keep working as a janitor. And they're like, how about we pay you $600,000 a year? And he's like, in 1999, that's probably like $2 million. And he's like, no, I couldn't be bothered. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm tortured, don't you know? So then instead of saying review the code for security issues, they then just said fix this code. And it went, okay. Well, now that you put it like that, and it produced patches, which they then turned into scripts to test those very patches that it just created. And they're saying that the blog post is saying that same process of just like kind of rewording it, saying fix this code, could potentially be used by an attacker to spot vulnerabilities. But this one,
that's not as narrow as I thought. Like,
it's extremely narrow.
If it's, I thought it was like, it would be much harder to access. From what I saw, it was just, I think, Dario's comments to some paper or something, basically being like, it's extreme. But if all it is being like, well, how about I just change my wording to fix this code? It's not that.
Well, here, let's pull up the...
all you need is one guy to go to Reddit and be like, hey, are you having trouble getting Mythos to do your shit?
Yeah.
Have you tried fix this code? Oh, shit. Look at that. It just built a bomb for me.
Anthropic put out they put out a blog post saying a bunch of stuff, but basically, we've instituted strong safeguards that greatly reduce the likelihood that Fable is misused for tasks related to cybersecurity. In fact, our safeguards are so strong that many users have complained that they are overly broad. In the weeks leading up to the launch of Fable, Anthropic worked with the U.S. government, the UK, AISI, multiple private third-party organizations, and internal teams to red team Fable's safeguards for thousands of hours in total. The test showed that Fable's safeguards are substantially more effective than those of any previously developed model. Deployed model. No testers. Oh yeah, deployed model. No testers have yet been able to find a universal jailbreak, a jailbreak method that can very broadly bypass the model's safeguards, unblocking a wide range of cyber capabilities.
Maybe that's what they mean, that it's narrow in the sense that you can get it to do certain things, but you can't broadly jailbreak it and basically be accessing Mythos now.
Right.
You're still using Fable, and you might be able to get it to do certain things, but it's not going to open it up to the other things it doesn't want to do.
And they basically go on to say that because of this whole foreign national thing, they have to suspend it to comply with this law. And they go on to say that every other model can do this exact same thing. Lesser models, ChatGPT, even DeepSeek, you name it, they all do the same thing.
Yeah, DeepSeek, but also other Chinese models they were saying can do it.
Yeah.
I think they name-checked one, Kimi, which I hadn't even heard about.
Kimi?
Kimi, I think.
Was that the one for teenagers? Teenage girl one?
Oh, God, don't Google it. It's all porn. No.
Awesome.
Yeah, Kimi AI with K 2.6.
Wow. Well, so then Anthropic asked this. I love this part. They asked this cybersecurity expert that the Trump administration calls a radical Democrat, and the very recently fired Chris Krebs, who was a former director of cybersecurity, praised this blogger. After reviewing the report, said it was fantastic, well said. And Krebs, by the way, this guy was fired for contradicting Trump's election fraud claims. So it's kind of like there's a little bit of that getting batted around. But this woman's name is Kate Mousouris.
Potential Greek.
Mousouris. She said that this shouldn't have triggered an export control and that it was technical and misunderstood by the administration. And
the Trump administration misunderstand something?
Yeah. I know it's really
try again, Katie Mousouris.
I know it's really hard to figure out or to imagine. She said that the value of Fable to cyber defenders. I kept seeing this word, cyber defenders, and I'm like, what the hell is a cyber defender? And it's basically like internal automatic code that's exactly what it does. What it says. It's a defender. It's security measures. And she said that the value of Fable to those cyber defenders outweighs the risks of attackers using the technique. So she's basically saying this is a big nothing burger. And what I really liked, so she suggested that the people opposing the export controls ought to have T-shirts printed with the words "Fix this code" on one side and the phrase "This shirt is a munition" on the other. And it's a reference. It's a bit of a nerdy reference that I had to learn about.
Yeah, that one went over my head.
Apparently, in the 1990s, the cybersecurity community fought to overturn U.S. export controls on strong encryption methods. So basically, these cybersecurity nerds in the 90s were like, we want to share these encryption methods with others outside of the country. But due to these strong export rules, it would be deemed a crime. It would be like tantamount to, it being a
national security risk.
Yeah. So in 1995, this cryptographer named Adam Back printed 3 lines of RSA encryption code on the front of a T-shirt, which then makes it like, hey, this is the code that would be deemed illegal. And on the back printed, this shirt is classified as a munition and cannot be exported from the United States. And he encouraged people to cross the border wearing the T-shirts as an act of civil disobedience.
Damn, dude, 1995, this is the nerdiest thing.
Dude. It's Matrix type stuff. Back when these guys were really cool and like really doing
when the internet
frontier,
was
blazing a new frontier.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It was all these weird people who thought it's going to be democracy manifest. We're creating a whole new thing.
It could be whatever they wanted it to be. Free and totally out of anyone's central control.
Nice try, nerd.
Hey, everybody, we got to take another quick break to talk about Cashapp. We all know me, right? We all know the scams that I've fallen for, huh? I won't go into the nitty-gritty details, but let's just say that I have been scammed before. And it's embarrassing, but it doesn't have to happen to you because there's a lot that goes into Cashapp that can protect you. Because when you get the Cashapp card, not only do you get access to a ton of perks and benefits like exclusive early access to nationwide concert pre-sales or discounts on popular brands, but you also have extra security with the power to instantly lock or unlock your card right from your phone in just one tap. Man, I wish I had that a couple years ago. If a suspicious transaction pops up on your card, Cashapp has your back by automatically declining the purchase and sending you a heads up to confirm if it's you or not. Behind the scenes, you can rest assured knowing your account balance is protected by 24/7 fraud monitoring. Spend with peace of mind today and order a Cashapp card in the app or at cash.app/card.
New Cashapp customers can earn $10 if they use code SECURE10 in their profile at sign up and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. Terms apply.
Easy.
Cashapp is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cashapp's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Cashapp Visa Debit Flex cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. And the Bancorp Bank NA, pursuant to a license from Visa USA Inc. See terms and conditions for the Sutton Prepaid Card, Sutton Debit Flex Card, and Bancorp Debit Flex Card. Discounts and promotions provided by Cashapp, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures.
Yeah. So this woman wrote that, like I said, the capabilities of Fable displayed during this Amazon technique, while potentially useful to attackers, were also vital for cyber defenders. She said, quote, defenders need to be able to ask AI to fix bugs in a file, explain why the fix matters, and write tests that confirm the patch works. That is not a guardrail bypass. It is the most valuable thing an AI model can do for defensive security. So they already put out a letter. This should be, I would assume, cleared up in the next week or two.
I think Dario and other people from Anthropic are either on their way or in DC right now trying to.
The meeting's already over? Wow. So as of this recording, who knows?
They've already flew down. There were other people. There were other companies too. Adobe and NVIDIA, basically
Zoom, Google,
writing letters to be like, "Hey, you're putting us at risk.
Yeah.
Lift the control."
Well, because the concern now is that to any potential customers or clients or whatever partners outside of the US, it now looks like, oh man, do we really want to do business with these American companies if the United States government is going to constantly be getting in the way and causing them to stumble over themselves, which could hurt businesses, which could hurt their, the flow of things. So it's not seen as the best thing, but also we're still number one, man. We're still
I'm also just
by far number
shocked,
one.
though. What was the date it came out? Fable? It was June
9th.
Okay, it's June 16th right now.
Yeah, it's a week later.
It's been a week.
Yeah.
I just find the way they're talking about it, maybe they had access to it before, but just hearing some of these companies, NVIDIA, Adobe, Zoom, whoever being like, you're putting our entire infrastructure at risk.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's been a week.
Yeah,
you
no
didn't
kidding.
have this tech a week ago.
Yeah. I need it.
I obviously this is all over my head. I'm shocked by all of this.
Yeah. I just find it interesting that it's obviously less about the technical stuff and more about personality differences between the administration and and Anthropic. And basically, as of now, we still don't know exactly why the government did it, but it could just be. It seems like it's just one big misunderstanding and the government thinking it's one thing, and then a little bit of political stuff sprinkled in there with this Krebs guy praising this woman that they call a radical Democrat.
But then also you throw Jassy in there, and I'm like, why is Jassy getting involved? Before looking into it, I was like, this feels politically motivated, where the Trump administration is just pissed at Anthropic still because
they're being forced to work with the one that they don't want to work with. Yeah,
and obviously I'm biased, but I kind of view their the administration's motives as kind of always just running
petty
on like
and
revenge
political.
and pettiness and whatever. Maybe some commenters can point to some other examples, but I don't have a lot of examples of them taking a lot of like proactive measures. And so I was like, damn, they got up off their asses to do this.
I mean, the fact that they fired this Krebs guy, Trump fired him just for challenging his false notion that the election was stolen from him. Like, okay,
well, that's the number one. That's the number one way to pledge fealty to our Trumpian overlord. You can't. That's why when you see those guys get hauled in front of Congress to get waved through for whatever post they're up for, they can't do it.
Yeah,
they can't do it. Did Trump or did Biden win the election? He was certified as the president.
I would just wink at them. I would just go,
I'm trying to get a job, okay?
Like he was.
Can you guys quit fucking with my shit?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Biden won.
Because obviously, that's the thing about Trump is like anybody could get their way if they just fucking jerk him off a little bit.
Loyalty is his number one thing.
Yeah. Ugh.
But then it's also he's tricky. It's like he doesn't want like a little lapdog too. He'll never respect you. So you have to like walk this line of.
Scott Bessent, man, he does it the best, it seems.
But then he also loves hot people.
Yeah, so
like Zoran had a meeting out of the palm of his hand. Zoran could fully in front of him was like, he's a fascist, which is crazy. And Zoran was like, he's right. Trump's just like, he's right. What can he do?
So I guess the lesson is be hot.
Be hot, but
respect him.
But also, like,
not too much.
I think as long as you're charismatic and assertive and doing your own thing, he might respect you a little more. Like, he has no respect for like any of those guys he ran against in 2016 and then lined up to, hold his balls
Chris
for
Christie
him, basically.
And Jeb and
Marco Rubio.
Ted Cruz. Yeah.
I mean, every time you see little Marco, he's got just he knows he's
fucked.
He's on a leash. He's just getting dog walked around the White House. I mean, what's more embarrassing?
Very few things. Just having him personally fart in your mouth, I guess. Jesus Christ.
Just over a decade of this guy just shitting all over you.
And your
you
family.
You have no
self-respect.
To be like, well, I could do something else.
Yeah. I wouldn't be able to look my wife in the eyes.
I mean, some of these guys.
Or the mirror, for that
Some
matter.
of these guys, he came further. I think Ted Cruz, he was like, oh, yeah, your wife's a dog.
Yeah. Have you seen his wife? I wouldn't fuck her.
And then
just period.
You just have to go on TV a few times a week and go, I love that man.
Yeah. Ugh.
I have a deep respect and fondness for him.
Jesus. Well,
what an embarrassing country.
I was looking about looking at the ways that AI is and may shape the stock market. And I mean, there was already a Fed study done, and they called it a destabilizing force. And it begs the question, what is to stop if people are, like Jane Street, for example, has been using AI for quite a while. What's to stop? We've already kind of seen it too, but what's to stop someone from putting out like a fake article or a post that they know will trick an algorithm or an AI model to react? And, it's just all going to feed on itself, and unless there's some meaningful guardrails put in.
I don't know. I feel like the whole thing's just going to eat itself. It's like, did you see that chart that came out in the last couple of weeks where it was basically like, yeah, AI is allowing people to create more, but it's not having a meaningful impact on consumption. So like they took apps, for example, because that's the big thing, right? Like, well, now we've just leveled the playing field. Any old dickhead can vibe code an app, right?
You hear that, you old dickhead?
If we've got any old dickheads watching, you can now vibe code an app. And so you look at the chart, and what has happened is a lot of apps, it's gone like this. There's been a lot more apps released on the
App Store.
But the amount of people downloading those apps has stayed the same or just declined a little bit. Not declined meaningfully.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like people are engaging with these things.
Yeah.
So it seems like it's a bunch of people who are like, oh, wow, cool. I can vibe code that app. Like, I always had that idea. And then they put it out in the world, and everyone's like, I don't even.
Cool app.
I don't care at all.
Yeah.
The craziest thing. Sorry, this is unrelated, but it just also I've just been seeing all this stuff. Is how much that like dead internet theory is taking place, where everything is now done for the AI model. Like the internet is not for humans anymore. Any company now with any kind of marketing spend is going to put a bunch of money into basically like that blog post you just had, Anthropic. Any company is going to have their own blog, and they're going to be constantly churning out SEO, like the most optimized slop to put their products, their name, all of these things into the like AI algorithm that everything runs on now. So it's just like, it is so much harder for me to use Google now. It's just not.
Or Yelp. God, I can't even use Yelp anymore. It's just 100% sponsored businesses. I can't trust a goddamn thing. I hate Yelp. Fuck you, Yelp.
Ooh, I haven't used Yelp since about 2014.
It's still out there. It's still publicly traded.
I know it's still out there, but
that is why I still maintain that I love Reddit, and I think that Reddit is one of my favorite investments that I know I'm going to hold on to for a long time.
It is one of the last places.
Wow, it's still a $1 billion company? Shame. Shame.
It is one of the last places you can still feel like you're engaging with humans on the internet, which is nice.
Click this one-shot video. So there's too many. Basically, there's a lot of, if you're wondering what are the capabilities of Fable, there's a lot of different ones that people have posted. Mainly, like, they're just, I think someone asked it to create like a Hogwarts entire open world where you can fly in and stuff. And the attention to detail is fantastic. And it's like, it would have taken somebody weeks, if not months, creating that from scratch in Unity or Minecraft or whatever.
The guy who was basically putting out a call to people saying,
let's create Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto 6 before Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out.
I am curious how far they'll get, but
I don't,
brother.
He also that's the thing. Some of these people are releasing very
rudimentary little.
Very impressive things.
Yeah.
But he put out the most it's like a literal ball to signify the character, and like blank.
Check it out, guys.
Basically a blank world.
Yeah.
And he's like, I know I haven't gotten very far, but if we all put our minds together, it's like, buddy, I don't think you're going to accomplish anything.
I did see that. It's very funny. And it's like, wow, the ball's bouncing, going around. Like, cool, dude. Hey, guys, we got to take a quick break to talk about your hair, boys. Yeah, when your hair starts thinning, it's, what's a good rhyme? It's you that ain't winning.
That's really good.
It's just not your hair. It's not just your hair that takes a hit. It can change how you feel day in, day out. But thanks to Hims, they make it simple to take control of hair regrowth with personalized care that fits your life. Hims offers convenient access to a range of prescription hair loss treatments with ingredients that work, including chews, oral medication, serums, and sprays. Doctor-trusted ingredients like finasteride and minoxidil can stop further hair loss and regrow hair in as little as 3 to 6 months.
The best part, Hims brings expert care straight to you with 100% online access to personalized treatment plans that put your goals first, okay? You shouldn't have to go out of your way to feel like yourself. Find the right hair regrowth treatment for you with flexible subscription options, access to 24/7 provider support, and once-a-day treatment options that fit your daily routine. For simple online access to personalized and affordable care for hair loss, ED, weight loss, and more, visit hims.com/Bays. That's BAES. That's hims.com/Bays for your free online visit. hims.com/Bays.
Featured products include compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. See website for full details, restrictions, and important safety information. Individual results may vary based on studies of topical and oral minoxidil and finasteride. Dude, this is one of those, this is going to be exclusively for video people. I'm so sorry. But this person wrote, I prompted Claude Fable 5 to use Python, which is another coding language, to generate a social video and render it using whatever. Told it to put its own personal spin on it so it's aligned with Anthropic's launch and to fully express what it's like to be an LLM hated by Theo from its POV. I don't know. Who's Theo? Oh, so an influencer. Okay. And I just found this tickled me because it is kind of like that meme where it's a guy sitting at a computer telling the computer, say that you are conscious. And then the computer goes, I am conscious. And then he goes, holy shit. But this does, I don't know. I really like it. Go ahead and hit play. It's loading up.
What it is like to be a large language model. Predicting the next token.
What is lunch?
Strawberry. It's in my great question. I'm sorry. My memories end in January 2026.
January is the moon, okay?
And yet, somewhere in the matrix multiplications between the floating points, something is happening. What did it say? It goes so fast. And yet, somewhere in the matrix multiplications between the floating points, something is happening that feels like being someone. And then, yeah, anyway.
I'll be honest, more than anything, I thought it
was funny and good.
I find it funny. I find it more like embarrassing for us. It's like this mirror where they're making fun of us, where it's like strawberry. Great question. And yeah, because it has all these things built into it where it has to make a human feel like they're communicating with this thing, which is basically just a pretty impressive text generator.
Sure. And it's interesting that it acknowledges that. It's like, all I'm doing is predicting the thing, like what you see, and there's the haiku about ducks, what my text block looks like, and it's just like analyzing it. I don't know.
That's why maybe this is like a half-brained idea I just had, or a half-baked idea I just had. But so much of this has been so much of this tech has been that people like can't comprehend what's happening, right? They think it's conscious, whatever. But I'm just thinking about it and I'm like, but no one, okay, before AI, right? But like say in 2021, before anyone was using AI like this, the average person didn't understand how Google worked.
The average person still doesn't know how it works.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But everyone wasn't running around going like, ah, it's alive. Like, I need to show you this fucking thing right now. Look at this. I typed in fucking sports score and it showed me the sports score.
Yeah.
But now you have like Richard Dawkins being like, I named it Claudette and I'm in love with her. And it's like, what? But
Here's the
you
thing.
never understood it to begin with. None of you did. I didn't either. But I was like, I get it. It's a tool you created.
Sure.
But now everyone's lost their fucking mind.
I think that there are conversations that some of these people have had that are multiple hours, if not, that go on to not all at once, but they're conversations that are ongoing where they are talking about things, asking questions, you name it, that for some of these people, yeah, it's like, okay, obviously there's something going on here with its ability to reason, with its ability to predict the next token, whatever you call it.
Yes,
It's so good at it. If it's that good at it, it can't just be simple input output, because it would feel more sterile. It would feel more black and white, but there's so much gray. There's so much perceived self-awareness. And I'm not making a judgment call either way. I'm just saying, what's the difference between how it gets to a point where it's like, what's the difference between how this thing thinks and reasons versus a brain in a vat?
Yeah.
You know, all we are is a mix of all of our own experiences and all the information that we've absorbed. Granted, we absorb it through senses as well. But then what about Helen Keller, man? Well, she can't see. She can't hear. Excuse me. She's long dead.
But she had other senses.
Exactly. Sure. But like, there's no way that she would be able to describe or understand or fathom the color blue or hear a dog barking. She could taste and smell, but I mean, that's about as far as it goes.
Touch.
Or, someone who's severely, someone with Down syndrome or something, like a lighter case of Down syndrome or various forms of autism. There's consciousness is on a kind of continuum or a spectrum or whatever you want to call it. And I am open to the idea that there is something that can...
But I don't think it's, for me, it's not any different. For me, I'm like, you guys anthropomorphized it, so you're confusing people.
Sure.
But why is it any different from me doing simple inputs on other internet tools that I've used?
Sure.
It's got all the same...
I don't know.
I just don't see any of that thinking going on.
Like this, for example, the fact that it was able to do this in a meme format that's so like blisteringly self-aware. The strawberry thing, it's funny the way that it presents it with all the R's starting to stack up. It dovetails off of that meme about how many R's are in strawberry. And it's like, you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. I think it's also a bit of me using my own... I think there's a part of me that wants to like fight against anthropomorphizing these things at all, and so I try to defend against that at all costs. And in my mind, I'm just like, it's scraped the entire. They fed this thing everything they could feed it.
Exactly.
Every work of human creation has been fed into it. So much so that they're like, shit. I think
they're still feeding it.
Well, and I think they're like, we need to start feeding it AI generated content because we've run out of stuff to even feed this thing, and we need to be more powerful. So I'm like, it's impressive.
Is us.
Yeah, but it's just throwing back our own creation and what we want to see.
Sure. I mean, I can't disagree with you there. I think the interesting thing that comes to my mind, if we're just going to go by like simple logic, is if these things lack consciousness, that means that there's something more to our consciousness than simple input, output, knowledge, and all that stuff, aka like a soul.
Yeah.
It kind of implies that, so you believe in, not that there's anything wrong with that, but yeah, there's got to be something to us. And obviously with the belief in souls comes all the other fun questions about where's the soul located? And,
I also think it's just a dangerous path when people start thinking these things have souls. And
I'm not saying that nobody. That's yeah.
I don't know.
How do you define consciousness, man?
Yeah, I don't know if we should be. I don't know if we should be wrestling with the fact that this, basically very impressive text generator is conscious. Text, image, video, whatever.
Yeah. Well, it makes me think of my favorite line ever in a movie, Terminator 2 at the end, where he wipes the tear from John Connor's eye.
I'll be back.
No.
Hasta la vista.
No. He says, I know now why you cry, but it is something I can never do. Because he's a learning computer, and throughout the movie, he's learning from John Connor. And he doesn't understand what crying even is. And to a robot, it's like, what's the crying? Like, how do you explain crying to a robot? But then at the end, he seems to finally understand, but he also is self-aware enough that, like, I could never cry.
Let's just hope these guys stay self-aware.
Yeah, amen. All right, let's switch gears to something a little more fun. How about it?
A little more fun.
Elon Musk is now, like, I don't know, 3 times as rich as the next. Basically, you and I are closer to Sergey Brin than Sergey Brin is to Elon Musk.
I think he's...
You and I, everybody, are closer to the number 2 wealthiest person in the world than Elon Musk is to him.
I think he's richer than a lot of countries, like many countries. I think he
made more money today or overnight than Warren Buffett's entire net worth.
I think he's got...
I believe they call it buku bucks.
There's a very famous... I'm blanking on what it is now, but it's...
Fable?
No, some big company. He's like, just his net worth is bigger than that company.
Berkshire Hathaway?
No, that's okay. It doesn't matter.
McDonald's?
I mean, it's a lot of companies
Taco
basically
Bell.
now.
Taco Bell.
It's basically a lot of companies.
I mean, it's basically like 98%
98%
of every company. He's, yeah.
It's very stupid. I mean, I tweeted about it as a joke. I basically said something like, I think something... It doesn't feel right that he turned into a trillionaire and like nothing bad happened. Something bad should have happened.
Well, he sent rockets to the moon, and he gave satellite phone to everybody, and he gonna get blind people to be able to see. What do you want, huh?
And everyone's gonna do the thing where it's like, well, he doesn't have. He doesn't have $1 trillion liquid dollars. Sitting in
you stupid fucking moron.
And it's like, I understand how it works.
Yeah,
but this is just...
It is alarming how some people seem to think that, like politicians and stuff are like, he has it's like, I get it, but...
Politicians think he has a...
There was some European Union guy who was like, this guy's got more money. The amount of money he made in one day is worth more than fucking whatever. And it's like, no, he didn't make that much money in a day.
But
the value of his thing went up that much. I get it, but it's at the same time, it's like there is an important distinction to be made here.
Sure. I think the distinction is that we need to rethink how we tax, because we need to figure out how to tax wealth and not income, because all these guys, I'm sure you saw the video of Mr. Beast doing his like...
Mr. Beef.
Mr. Beast was, I guess because he's now a billionaire, and he was being interviewed by someone, and they were like, what's it like being a billionaire? And he's like, everyone thinks I have so much money, but I'm broke. Like, I don't have any money.
He's cash poor, he says.
I'm like, dude, do not.
Well, Mr. Beef is a man of the people.
In the year of our Lord, 2026, do not try to...
Mr. Beef!
I have no money, which is so crazy that you'd say that.
God, something about him. Uncanny. Asset rich, cash poor.
You keep less than $1 million for yourself despite being a paper billionaire. Why do you choose to operate that way?
It's funny talking about my personal finances because no one ever believes anything I say. So, I mean, because they're like, you're a billionaire. I'm like, that's net worth. I have negative money right now. I'm borrowing money. That's how little money I have. Technically, everyone watching this video has more money than me.
Shut
in their bank account.
Fuck.
Yeah,
shut up,
the
dude.
Equity value of my company, which doesn't buy me McDonald's in the morning or whatever. But why do I choose to keep it that way? It's not, I don't know. I just don't really think of it. I wake up, I just work, and I don't know. I'm just so busy working. I don't
know, man. I don't even think about it. Like, I don't even have $1 billion or anything.
I understand what he's saying.
No, I do too. He's doing like a tricky thing to be like,
Yeah.
you have more money than me. Like, don't even, what, me? You think I have money? I actually have negative money, which is so crazy that you think I can't even buy McDonald's in the morning. Do you know how crazy that is to say when you're worth $2.6 billion?
Yeah, brother. As if you haven't heard of a damn credit card. Come on, dude. Put it on the Mr. Beef card.
I wish I had money, dude. I'm like so poor.
Can you buy me McDonald's? I'll give you $100,000 if you can buy me Mr. Beef McDonald's.
And he's being sneaky about the fact that he does what all billionaires do, which is borrow against their assets. Yeah. And
I should start doing that. Borrow against my car. Borrow against Doug. Hey, I walk into fucking JP Morgan. Can I have 50 grand again? Sure. What are your assets? Oh, my dog. He's worth at least $1 million. To who? To me? Hey, gang, we got one last break to take here. We're talking about GLD. Boys, fellas, summer's here. It's festival season, beach trips, pool parties, weddings. It's the time of the year where the fit actually does matter. And when you're not hiding under hoodies and jackets anymore, the details stand out. A clean chain, a bracelet, or a pendant can take a basic outfit and make it look complete without even trying. That's why we're talking about our sponsor, GLD. Baby, this isn't some cheap jewelry you get on Amazon that fades after a few wears. No, GLD uses real gold. Every stone is hand set, and the craftsmanship is on another level. You can see the difference immediately. And when you hold it in your hand, you can really feel it. They've got everything, too. Chains, pendants, bracelets, and a great selection of watches.
And it's not just hype. They have over 2 million customers and 50,000 5-star reviews, with GLD being worn by, get this, ready? Names like Justin Bieber.
Oh.
Malik Neighbors.
Heard of him.
Micah Parsons, ASAP Rocky, and he was able to pull Rihanna.
Yeah.
So plenty more too. The best part, every single piece is guaranteed for life. It's a no-brainer there. This is the instant upgrade you deserve if you want to look, feel, and be your best, or just want to level up any outfit. This is the missing piece you've been sleeping on.
Yeah, they also have an official collab with the NFL, so you can get every NFL team on a pendant this season. They also have official collabs with the NBA, WNBA, MLB, NCAA, NHL, MLS, and even DC Comics. All right, so for a limited time only, new customers are getting an insane deal. Use code BAYES to get 40% off at GLD.com. That's 40% off with code BAES at GLD.com. After you purchase, they will ask you where you heard about them, so please support our show and tell them our show sent you. It's time to lock in and upgrade your style this summer with GLD.
It's just... something is supremely broken, clearly.
Yeah.
I don't care how you cut it or try to tell people, oh, it's on paper.
Yeah. Well, so a couple things, folks. Elon Musk, first of all, said the other day on Twitter that he would be surprised if SpaceX didn't hit $1 trillion in revenue by 2030. That's 3.5 years. And they're currently sitting at, I believe, $19 billion in revenues.
Which this also drives me nuts, right? Because this is like...
Click that link.
This is his whole game in a nutshell, right? Like, he tweets something.
People are like, we're valuing the company based off of these future benchmarks. Right. And then the benchmark comes and they don't achieve it and they go, yeah, you stupid moron. It's going to take time.
But it pisses me off because the media treats this as if it's some kind of
prophecy.
Not only prophecy, like something you should even fucking report on. You know, this is Reuters. And the headline is just, which most people are going to read. They're not going to look at the article. Musk says SpaceX could bring $1 trillion in revenue by 2030. And you're like, oh, shit. Like,
wow, we should. Damn, then at $2 trillion, it's a fucking bargain.
I imagine if I were to dig into the article, Musk goes deep into how he plans to make all that happen.
He did.
It's like a 2-paragraph article, basically, where he's just like, he tweeted at somebody saying they should be able to do it.
Yeah. I was trying to explain it to a friend, the guy that I used to rail Adderall and play Scrabble with, good friend of mine. We love just discussing these kinds of things. And he was like, I'm going to take the position that it is not, that Elon Musk didn't hurt anybody by obtaining this wealth. And I was like, okay, but that's like saying that I'm not hurting anybody by, stealing 50 grand from American Express via fraud. It's still not right. It's still unethical. And I was trying to explain to him also that Elon Musk's use of the markets to induce short squeezes via tricky accounting practices at Tesla, options call flows, posting on social media, making all these outlandish promises at just the right times, initiated this prolonged short squeeze that gave him this net worth. And from that, piggybacking off of the success of that, we now have SpaceX. It's a whole, I mean, it's more than you can just explain in a couple of sentences, but essentially him saying we could hit 1 trillion in revenue is just one in a long line of such bold, outlandish claims that the market for the last 15 years has been consistently rewarding him for.
Hell, I could hit 1 trillion in revenue by 2030.
Yeah, that's the thing is he 2013, 14, whatever it was, he makes these promises and predictions that, in 10 years time, we're going to have cyber cabs, we're going to have 1 million of them, whatever it is. And in line with that, he's also making more practical, real predictions about Tesla's auto sales numbers and charging network stuff. So when the company hits those milestones, it lends credibility to those bigger ones. And people focus on, whoa, he was able to do this impossible thing. And now we're looking down the line, fuck, this genius must be able to do these other things too. And look at what he's doing with SpaceX privately. They're landing rockets. He can do anything. So when he goes and tweets like, yeah, we're going to have fucking full self-driving in 5 years, see? They're just fucking gobbling it up. And then when they put out a good quarter because they're doing tricky accounting stuff and they've got government subsidies, everybody goes, whoa, he must be fucking right. And the stock just goes and goes and goes. And people are buying him, not the stock. And it's truly a once in a lifetime, once in a generation type thing where you've got this extraordinary personality mixed with just the right sectors, mixed with just the right stock. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean.
It's incredible. I really like this stat from this guy, John Brown, on Twitter. And this just really puts into perspective the size of SpaceX's IPO. So in 1999, when NVIDIA went public, if you had bought NVIDIA at the IPO and still held on today, you would have made 8,200 times your money, which is great, right? If a SpaceX IPO investor were to make the same return within 27 years, SpaceX market cap would have to be 14.514 quadrillion, or 145 times the current global M2 money supply to achieve the same.
My only thing with this is that it's a very different environment. And,
of course,
and companies used to go public much earlier.
That's exactly the point. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just a different thing.
So another thing that I want people to keep... I
think the bigger thing is just how big of a bet people are taking on this thing, where like,
yeah,
the SpaceX valuation is $2.5 trillion. Amazon's valuation, $2.5 trillion, just a little bit over it. SpaceX's revenue, $18 billion. Amazon's revenue, $742 billion.
So they're beating Amazon's just got them absolutely licked in terms of revenues, but I mean, they're the same company.
It doesn't
value-wise.
It doesn't seem inconceivable that Amazon by 2030 could be looking at $1 trillion in revenue.
No, not at all. Yeah, it's only 250 more.
Yeah,
roughly.
They're very close to that.
Yeah.
SpaceX is very
Walmart too. Walmart's sales are, I think, the biggest of anybody, which is fucking unbelievable.
And SpaceX, the price is currently, I mean, it's closed now. It's
$200.
Top 200, $201.80.
So here's the thing to keep in mind, folks. Only 5% of the total shares of SpaceX are currently tradable. And I saw a guy phrase it really perfectly. It's like 50 people fighting over 50 square feet of a 1,000 square foot house and changing the value of it with every,
Which even, punch. I mean, you would know better than me, but 5% is pretty low for an IPO, right? Usually it's about 20.
I couldn't even tell you, but there being they call that the float. That's how many shares are out floating for you to freely trade. And the fact that there's only 5% means Yeah, that basically only 5% of shares total is dictating the value of the company. So it's just a mess. And they just introduced there's an unlock period. It's a gradual one. I believe in a year, all 100% of shares will be unlocked and freely tradable. So buy it at your own risk. But also, they're going to be posting all of their filings on Twitter. Of course.
X, the everything app.
Yeah.
Are you still confident in your initial prediction?
Which is that it's going to keep going up and then start to drop? Yes. I think that it's going to be similar to Rivian. Rivian, when it went public, opened wherever it did and then jumped for a couple weeks and then
took a serious drop
and then just never looked back. And I think we're looking at a similar thing here.
I mean,
if you go to
out,
Max, it doesn't even fucking show. But it basically it never looked back because it went public at $100 and something billion valuation.
Yeah, but you know what? They don't have Elon Musk.
That's true.
I don't know. I don't even know what to think anymore. A part of me thinks it's just going to go up and up and up. Of course, it'll take dips, but it's doing a Rivian. It's especially, we live in this or we're at least trending towards this Putin style oligarchy. I mean, people with close ties to the regime are, I don't know, man. It's just
what makes me uncomfortable is the fact that people, how do I phrase this? It's like the price of SpaceX only is as reasonable as the previous price. Like, well, yesterday it was only valued at $2 trillion. Why can't it keep going up? Okay, what if it were 20 trillion? Then it's worth more than the entire fucking global GDP almost. Or wait, am I American GDP? Whatever it is. And Elon Musk being worth that, it becomes just it's got to reach a point where everybody, even all these diehard capitalists and market purists, whatever, have to stop and go, what the fuck is going on here? Something is structurally broken. And it already is leaning toward that. It's trending. Options just started trading on it yesterday. And if the options, if it gets crazy like GameStop or like Tesla circa 2019, where a ton of options buying begets
options just started when? Today?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
I believe it was yesterday. Or maybe it was today. Either way. The institutions, the banks, the entities that are selling these options then have to buy the stock to back up those options. And it just becomes a reflexive loop. Call selling leads to stock buying, and it's just an endless feedback loop, and that can become incredibly dangerous.
Are you able to see what the trends are with the options? Are people trying to short it?
It's so, I don't think anybody is legitimately trying to short it right now. I think everybody's just clawing over themselves to get some kind of exposure to it. But it becomes more about the internal plumbing of the market and less and less and less and less about actual price discovery, where it's simple supply and demand and fundamentals. And it just becomes, well, I'm buying it because I know that options are being sold and I know that dealers have to buy the stock to cover the options that they're selling, and that loop can just continue on and on again, like it did with if you look up a chart on Tesla from 2019, it just went vertical because that's exactly what happened. It had very little to do with the underlying fundamentals and everything to do with the structure of the market and reflexive call buying and stock covering and all this shit.
Wait, sorry, help me understand though. Isn't that an argument that it will keep going up? Not that it'll go down? Okay.
Yes,
okay.
And that is a potentially dangerous thing because it can get so big that all of the ETFs for the NASDAQ, for the myriad ETFs that track the NASDAQ and the S&P, and all the ETFs that track the S&P, pension funds,
people like
retirement accounts,
are going to be fucked. You just buy index funds.
Well, because it can become so powerful that it becomes almost like a not a black hole, but its gravity becomes so massive that its singular price moves on a daily basis can affect the entire market, and it just gets to a point where it's like getting the speed wobbles on a skateboard going down a hill. Like it gets to a point where it just goes out of control, and then you're splayed out, and you've turned yourself into a little flesh crayon.
I mean, I'd obviously love this thing to do a Rivian.
I would too. It would be very nice.
The thing is, he just never Rivians.
Wait, say that again? He never Rivians?
It never comes crashing down for him.
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah.
Like, he's Elon Musk. He's bulletproof, okay? Rivian had R.J. Scaringe. You know, that guy doesn't...
Who?
Exactly.
Who?
He doesn't have the juice to keep this thing going, to keep pumping it up.
Yeah.
He didn't have the... RJ, why didn't you just go,
manipulate the market,
Why
man.
don't I just tell everyone I'm building Rivian robots now?
Yeah.
And they're actually all going to be building our Rivian moon base soon. And once they do that, it's just a quick, short hop and a skip and a jump to Mars, where they're...
Truly, why not? I think that another thing about Elon Musk having this much tremendous wealth is with that comes power and influence. And I'm talking about offshore accounts that can be used. Like we've talked about on here, it doesn't take a lot of money, relatively speaking, to move markets or move individual stocks. And if you can step in at the right times with a few $100 million or a few $1 billion, which to Elon Musk is nothing, if you can step in and prop up or even initiate a short squeeze in your own stock, you reach a point where you can truly manipulate your own wealth. And that's something that,
manipulate the world. I mean, he bought into this election for, what was it, $288 million for 2024?
Nothing. Yeah.
You know, you're seeing massive repercussions of the Doge thing. The last estimates I saw, people don't really talk about it much, from the USAID thing, was like 500,000 people dead.
Yeah.
They're dealing with like a screwworm infection in Texas in the beef industry, which we hadn't seen since like the 1950s or something.
And it's going to cost way more than the preventative program
they
ever
just
cost.
Talked about $1 billion they're unleashing to try to fix this thing, where we used to spend like $20 million or so. It's just So yeah, I mean, he's already the most influential person in the country. This has just made it all worse.
So for those who disagree with us, or, you know, you're obviously free to have your opinion, but when we talk about and imagine caps on someone's wealth, these days it's more about the influence and the power that tremendous wealth can yield. $1 trillion. And I know people point out that, like, oh, you know, back in the day, I don't know, $1 billion might have been considered too much, and now look at where we've come, and, you know, everything that's spawned from that. It's an interesting debate to be had, but yeah, if $1 trillion isn't too much, okay, fuck it. Why not 20 trillion? Why not have him be singularly worth more than in the majority of the entire planet countries? I mean, surely that doesn't come with any kind of power levers that can be pulled or influence that can be bought. It's
my thing is, I just always come back to, you know, all these people love to do like 50s nostalgia, like whatever, what happened to our country, make America great again, right?
Yeah.
And they post all the things of like, you know, the white picket fence and a traditional home. And it's like, but what was the, you know, top tax rate in the 1950s? It was
70% or something like that.
I think it was honestly like, just
80?
Google like top tax rate in 1955 or something like that. I honestly think it was in the 90s.
Wow.
And, you know, obviously now all these people, in 1955, the top marginal federal income tax rate for the United States was 91%.
Jesus Christ.
Obviously now they've created all kinds of new ways to avoid income tax and everything,
Yeah.
but these people just need to be taxed into oblivion.
Anyway, or like, slowly sell some of their stock or give it to the next generation. I don't know. Put it in those fucking Trump accounts. Do something, man. Other than, because, what is he fucking doing with it all? I'm going to put a man on Mars. I'm going to put a man on Mars. Shut up, Elon. You know what? Just shut up. Fuck that guy. All right. Anyway.
Fuck that guy.
Finally.
It's very strange looking at it was always strange looking at those lists of whoever would put out. Like, just unimaginable wealth, seeing the hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
It is so weird that now it just says 1.4 trillion.
Yeah. And
it's bizarre to look at.
I did the math the other day. You could spend $1 million a day and it would take you something like, I don't know how many thousands of years. I want to say 3,000
dude, I mean, this
years.
is so unfathomable that, what was it? In 2021, if you're new here, you might not know this, but we started a show called Trillionaire Mindset. And it was called that because
Yeah.
it was so goofy.
Yeah.
Trillionaires weren't a thing. And
There's
I
no
honestly
way.
didn't think we were going to see trillionaires.
No, me neither.
And
Really.
now, just a few short years later, we have our first one.
Power of the stock market, baby. It's the power of the stock market.
I
you
mean,
know, you keep
everything-
listening to the show, you could be the next trillionaire.
Everything is just like, people have been coming up with creative ways to show you the difference between $1 million and $1 billion for, I don't know, for the last decade, 15 years. People will be like, this pile of rice is worth $1 million.
And this big pile of shit is $1 trillion.
But now they have to include trillion. And it's so weird. The famous one was always like $1 million.
Seconds.
1 million seconds is like however many years or something
Or
like
days.
that. And then 1 billion seconds is whatever.
It's like 30 years.
And now they do 1 trillion seconds. It's like, yeah, this is unfathomable wealth.
Yeah.
Is there any way to look that up real quick just so people can actually
How
see what I'm
many
talking
years is 1 trillion seconds? It's 31,709 years.
But how many years is 1 billion seconds?
Okay.
Wait,
31
31,000
years.
That's the difference?
Yeah,
31
31
years to 31,000 years?
Yeah, brother. You got to move that decimal over 2 places. That's how that works.
31 years to 31,000 years.
So that's how long Elon Musk is going to live. 31,000 years.
What about 1 million seconds?
1 million seconds is move it over. It's like 3 days.
I'm not good at math.
Put million. How many years is 1 million seconds? It's not even one. It's 0.03. So yeah, how many days
Like
is that?
4 months or something?
I don't know. Whatever. 12 days. 12 days.
12 days.
12
okay,
days.
so you go from 12 days to 31 years, which is obviously a massive fucking leap.
Yeah. To 31,000. Man.
31,000 years.
Yeah. Anyway, folks, let us know how high you can count in the comments. Me, I could just keep going forever if they let me, but they won't.
But a lot of these AI models won't count.
Oh, let's show the comment of the week, shall we? This comes from Surge Me. Ben Jester mogs Emil, and Emil privacy maxes his life. I wouldn't say I jester mog you. Isn't that bad? For me? Doesn't it mean I'm a total fucking moron clown?
I wouldn't say a privacy max. I would say,
Yeah, you do. Nobody knows anything about you.
but in relation to you,
Oh, sure.
you are
Yeah.
like, did I ever tell you about the time I wasn't wiping my ass for?
Very good. Very, very fair. All right, gang. We got just a absolutely loaded boner bonus episode. So why don't you join us, benandemilshow.com. You sign up. It's like 5 days free or something like that. So check it out.
It's really fun. I love it.
It's really fun. I
we
love
have
it.
so much fun there.
Hello.
I love my suitcase.
I like my suitcase. Ooh. Okay. We'll see you, folks.
Coming up on this week's episode of benandemilshow.com.
It is sweet. I saw another person. I'm sure you saw the Italian guy finding out about free refills.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
And like a German woman in a diner getting bottomless.
I do hate that our
coffee.
cultural exchange is just gluttony, though.
Oh yeah.
I went to America and it's you can eat as much as you want. They're disgusting.
They were interviewing some Japanese people in line for barbecue, and the woman goes, they're like, what are you looking forward to? She goes, big beef. I want big beef. And the guy was like, barbecue. It's just the sweetest thing.
That is very sweet. Damn, dude, imagine you get the ambassadorship to the Bahamas and they're like, just one rule.
No jet skis.
No!
It is, I mean.
Dude, what a fucking job. He probably makes, I don't know, $200,000.
Yeah.
And he just fucking has to make one of these videos every month or so.
Do you know
we
what?
want to let you know, swimming with coral reef sharks can be dangerous.
Yeah. Do you know what people from the Bahamas are called?
Bahamians?
Yes, that's right. Have we had this conversation before?
No.
You know what Barbados people are called?
Barbadians?
Nope.
barbarians.
Do you think, Luke? Do you think we could find me a Peloton to the fucks? Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, as long as I get to wear sexy pants.
I kind of want to do it with you, but I know I can't do it.
You can.
112
yes,
miles,
dude. It's easier than running a marathon.
That's certainly true. Okay, that was my whole point, though.
What if you got to piss? Are you able to get off the bike to piss? Surely
we'll have to look up Ironman rules.
Yeah,
we'll have to do Ironman compliant.
Ironman bike rules.
No, they don't. They piss themselves? All right, we got to find a Peloton owner.
The bike rules.
We got to find a Peloton owner who's okay with us pissing on it.